Alright, welcome back, Griddle Cook, Eat, and More. Today we're going to talk utensils, griddle tools, spatulas, all that stuff. But what we're going to showcase today is Temu. I was watching a video from Todd Toven, which you probably know him with Blackstone. Temu sent him gave him a $300 voucher basically. You got a bunch of stuff off there. I'm like, I've heard of Temu, never really looked at it. Had an idea, let me search up for some, the griddle tools that you basically need, kind of what I think are kind of some must-have stuff, plus a few other things, but just to give a comparison of the quality, because it's, it's really cheap on this website, and then I want to compare it to some of the other stuff and then see how it performs. So that's what we're going to do here today, so let's check out our first piece. All right. So the first thing I got here, I got me a 6-inch scraper. This is like a putty knife, drywall scraper, or whatever. It's a hardware store off of Temu. This tool, this is what I use to clean my griddles, and I use it as a hamburger spatula a lot too. So basically kind of get a shot of it there in the camera. So this thing goes for, and let me grab my cheat sheet, $2.48. Now here is a Husky brand, that's a Home Depot brand. Get you a picture there. Both 6-inch scrapers, so close, a little different shape, but kind of the same thing. And the quality feels pretty good. I mean, Home Depot one's probably a little stiffer, but that's one thing I like. I like that flex when I'm scraping. And then after I kind of go through all these tools, we're going to take some of these out here to the griddle and then test them out. So that's that. $2.48 for this one. These are around $5, $6, $7, $8. I will show put some prices up on the screen. So next up is gotta have your basting dome, cheese melter, whatever you want to call it. All right. And then for some of this stuff, I'm going to weigh it. To kind of give you an idea of the quality, how thin is this metal compared to some of the other stuff. So I do have it over here. I got the Blackstone brand. All right, 12-inch. Doesn't seem to be quite 12-inch, but I believe that's what they call it on their 12-inch. But Blackstone says it's 12-inch too, so it seems a little narrower. But let's weigh this thing and see which one's kind of the heavier metal. Now it looks like Blackstone's a little taller dome than this one, but they both feel pretty light. All right, so we got it on the scale there. So the Temu is 0.46 ounces. Let's take that off. Put the Blackstone on. It's about 6 ounces, not quite 7 ounces. So that one, 6 ounces. Now I kind of forgot what this one was. So I got 6. A little over 6 ounces, and this one about 5 ounces. So about an ounce more. Fairly comparable, I would say, because if you look at how much higher it is, there's a lot more metal. This is a little more narrower. Pretty comparable, I'd say. They feel pretty close. The Temu goes for $5.24. Blackstone, $24.99. So pretty big difference. Now I did buy this, I bought a little dome because I got a little baby V4 griddle, so kind of perfect for it. Now this thing's a little more heavy duty. This one goes for $5.24 also. And then I just kind of searched on, I found it on Walmart.com, but something similar to this. It's a 9-inch, so it's about $16.98 is what I found. Let's give this away. All right, so just about 5 ounces, a lot smaller. So you can tell, a lot smaller than the other ones, but a little bit heavier duty. Next one is Smasher. So this is a must-have. You get, if you get a griddle, you got to make smash burgers. I'm sure some people don't like smash burgers, but I say for the most of the population, they like smash burgers. So this Smasher goes for $4.21 here. Kind of feels a little light. Let's grab the Blackstone. So we got the Blackstone here. Blackstone is definitely bigger around than this one, and definitely it feels it weighs more. All right, so like I said, this one goes for $4.21. I found the Blackstone one at Target, $17.99. All right, let's give them a weigh. All right, so 0.58, so almost 6 ounces there. Swap that out. Blackstone one, 0.9 ounces. So definitely more substantial and a little bit bigger, but I don't know if you can tell in the camera, but it's definitely a little thicker metal too. So that Smasher part's definitely thicker. All right, next up, spatulas. So you gotta have spatulas. So 2-piece spatula here. All right, got it right there. Not too bad. These go for $5.24 for both of them. All right. Now, I have these here. These are restaurant quality or grade brand spatulas. So similar thing there, kind of compare them. Real similar in size, almost identical. So let's give them away real quick. Now the restaurant ones real quick, just give you a price here, but I'll be putting these on the screen for you. I'll get down my list here. So 2-piece spatula. I didn't price the restaurant brand out, but I priced Blackstone because that's really popular and a lot of people buy that stuff. Obviously there's cheaper stuff out there. But I did find a compare or something similar to these. I'd say the Blackstone's probably a little heavier duty, but for $19.99. So, but 15 bucks more. But let's compare these to these and see what they weigh. So we're gonna put both of these on there. We'll just weigh them as a set. So we got those both on there. So 6 ounces. Get these on there. 0.7 ounces. Fairly close. They seem pretty durable. We will test these out. All right. Next up, I just found there's a random spatula on there. You can see that it's got a beveled edge. Be good for some smash burgers. Seems okay. Something similar I have here is it's a GF's Gordon Food Service brand spatula. Definitely more stout than this one. Seems a little bit heavier duty. Now price-wise, the Temu spatula here, this one right here, when I find it, it's $2.79. All right, and then a similar spatula, which I found on Amazon. I was more trying to compare to this, so I was just showing this as a comparison. But I found $8.49 for something similar. All right, silicone mat. I just happened to see this thing on Temu. Thought it was pretty cool. Kind of cover up one of your side shelves. So great to set your spatulas on. You got a little thing you can put your oils. I know my oil bottles I always use are always leaking oil down the side, so leaving little oil rings on my table. So I think this is kind of a good thing. Temu price, $10.34. I found one just looked just like it on Amazon, and then that one goes for $14.84. So definitely a savings there. All right. So kind of cool. Thought I'd just get that. All right. Another item I found is a magnetic paper towel holder. So that's all magnet there. You can see this. Nothing fancy on it. I have a Halo griddle, which has got a perfect spot below it to put this on there. Temu price. All right, $6.85. And then Amazon found one that looked just like it on Amazon. $9.99. So savings there. Pretty cool. All right. And then another must-have, which I got 2 of these, but squirt bottles. So I found these on there. These are kind of cool. They're good for condiments too, but it's got the little, you know, it won't leak out lid there. And you can refill them from the bottom. So if you are using them for like mayonnaise, stuff like that, that's kind of cool for that. But you can definitely use them for water bottles and stuff like that. They're 16 ounce. I'll say these aren't as heavy duty as like my Halo bottles, or I got Blackstone bottles too, so definitely heavy plastic. But I think they would do the job just fine. Just don't get it too close to the griddle and melt it. That's the important thing. So, squirt bottles go for $2.44 each. I found one similar to this for $5.39 on Amazon. And then if you get a set of bottles at Blackstone, I didn't even look that up, but definitely a lot more. So, but a little heavy duty. But if you're trying to save some money, I think these will do the job just fine. All right. One other thing I forgot, kind of passed over. So I found a set of these little scraper spatulas, which are kind of cool. Got a beveled edge. These are good for smash burgers also. Now I do have, if I can find it over here, I do have a similar one here that I bought off of Amazon a long time ago. Real similar to it, almost the same. I mean, they feel pretty close. Maybe this one weighs more. It's got a thicker handle. Let's wait and find out. All right. All right, so 2 ounces. Get my Amazon one. 2 ounces, 0.2, so almost identical. Kind of call that a wash. There you have it. That's kind of some of the must-have basic things you need. I mean, obviously there's other accessories, but you gotta have some spatulas, stuff, gotta have those. Melting dome's awesome, the smasher's awesome, water bottles, and a couple other accessories. Everything I showed you here, let me get my cheat sheet out. I added it up, it's $50.76. And then the stuff I added up over here, which I didn't put a total down, but I knew it rang over a little over $150. So quite a considerable difference, almost $100 more. And actually some of the stuff, if I priced Blackstone on some of the other items, water bottles and stuff like that, probably even higher. But then you also have, what is it, Griddle Expert or something like that at Walmart. So people say that stuff's not too bad and it's definitely cheaper than Blackstone. But when you're buying whatever griddle you got, Blackstone, Weber, Halo, their kits are expensive. I have a Halo kit. They came with tongs, 2 spatulas, 2 other big scoop spatulas, and a scraper. Those were 120 bucks. But those are super heavy duty. They got magnetic handles that stick to the thing. But if you don't want to spend that much money, I mean, that's just for the spatulas alone. This is Temu, I think, is a good way to go. But I'm not going to recommend Temu yet until we get it out on the griddle, put a little pressure on them, see if they bend. So that's it for now. I will meet you outside at the griddle. We're going to get it fired up. I'm going to ball up. We'll do some smash burgers, and that way I'll have something to flip and kind of do things with these burgers and items like that, and just kind of put to use and use the scraper, and then use the other hardware style scraper for cleaning. So kind of show you some stuff there. All right, we'll be back once I get out to the griddle and get it all set up. All right, out at the griddle, show you a couple things here before we start testing out these spatulas. First thing, as you can see down here, that's my paper towel holder, so I got it attached to the little base here under there, so works good. Decent magnet. Now it's on top of let me move it over here. You get a little more, yeah, get it more on a flat surface because that halo's kind of raised up, so pretty sure. On over here, oh look at that, Poor Guy Outdoor Cooking. So go check him out on YouTube. Does a lot of cool stuff. Good buddy of mine. Check out Poor Guy Outdoor Cooking on YouTube. So the other thing I want to show you is when I was talking about that silicone mat. So you can see I made some burgers last night, but I didn't wipe my side table off. But that's right there from setting my oil bottle down. Spot there, so you can set your oil bottle right there and your spatulas and stuff. Pretty cool. Now the water bottle, I had it sitting this way, and the thing is leaking water out. So those bottles may be a fail for like water. I'm sure like mayonnaise, mustard, condiments will be good, but I'm not too sure about water. Oil may be fine, but we'll let it sit there and see if that fills up. All right, so to test, what we're going to do is I use the 1/3 cup and make me a little smash burger patty, about 2.5 ounces. So we're going to do a smash burger, test out that smasher, and then we're going to also test out the little scraper here for peeling it off. You don't want to lose any of that good crust, so let's give that one a go. Typically I don't use parchment paper. I will set my smasher down on the griddle, let it warm up a little bit. Key is don't let it warm up too much, because if you leave it on there, then it gets hot and the meat will actually cook to it and stick to it. So you don't want it room temp, but you want it a little bit warm. And then for the most part that works. Not 100%, but it works pretty good. That way I don't have to mess with parchment paper and slinging grease everywhere. Alright, here we go. I like them thin. So it worked good. It's fine. I think this would be a win for the price. I definitely recommend that. Let's try out the little scraper. Now it seems durable. Doesn't seem like a slight thing's gonna make it bend. On smash burgers, you definitely want to scrape around, because usually you see that's how it's cooking there. That's creating all that little crispiness. You don't want to lose any of that crispiness. I get a little piece out of the way. Right there, that's what I'm talking about. You want to get that, break that free. Alright, so that's a beautiful smash burger. All the crust stayed on top of it. You didn't lose any on the grill, because that's why you smash burgers, for that crust, and that's what creates that flavor. I'd recommend this. All right, so the last thing we're gonna do, we're gonna throw down a big old, I don't know, 7-8 ounce ball here. So you want a thick burger, but you don't want to smash it super thin. So do you really need a smasher at that point? No, but let's see if the spatula is going to bend, smashing this thing, forming this into a nice thick patty. Getting a lot of bend, a lot of flex. Felt a lot of flex, but it seemed to hold. It didn't bend it. It held its positions. I think that'll be all right. But I mean, you definitely, when you're smashing, you could feel it. So, but it's more of a test than anything, just to see how durable it is. And then we're gonna do the same thing with these. I want to make sure these don't bend either. So, we'll kind of smash it down, put a little arm in it. So, looking good there. No bending. Alright, so these, I like these. Super durable. They seem just as durable as my restaurant ones I got. Thing, you know, I typically do this if you're making a chopped cheese, so make sure it's durable for that. Alright, so I think these would be just fine. And I kind of like these because a lot of like Blackstone and Halo and stuff, their spatulas are pretty freaking heavy. And I kind of like the lighter weight but durable ones like this for everyday use, you know, for majority of stuff you cook. Definitely a win there. Alright, two last things I want to test is the water bottle. Which, oh yeah, I may not have that cap on right, but if I hold it there, I'm getting some drips. Let me flip this upside down here real quick. Looks like it's working better. Maybe I just didn't have it quite snugged up enough. Let's, so we need to try out the squirt bottle and then my scraper here for cleaning. Does that work nicely? So, I can definitely tell this is not as sturdy as like that Husky one I got from Home Depot. But, for what I use it for, it's fine. I mean, I just use it basically to clean the grill, and I don't know, I use it as a spatula too for a lot of things, you know, smash burger, stuff like that. It's got that nice sharp edge too. So I consider this a win. Alright, so to wrap it up here, I think I'd recommend it all, actually. Now I got this, the water bottle is the only thing that's kind of concerning me. Well, it's still dripping, okay. Maybe not good for water. Oil will probably be better in there. I don't know if it'd drip out. I'll have to test it. But maybe stick to condiments for what they're made for. I didn't really find any other type of water bottles on there. Maybe go with a different brand of water bottle. But as far as the spatulas, the melting domes, the silicone mat, paper towel holder, all that, and the smasher, I think it's worth it. I mean, you can't. It's pretty cheap compared to the other stuff. So I think I don't know if you'll. What else? I mean, you may be able to find some other stuff, but probably some quality Chinese-made stuff, you know. But hell, I'd use it. I mean, I got it now, so I'm going to use it. But I'd be happy with that stuff. So I think Temu overall is a win. Squirt bottles, not so much. I'll probably use those for mayonnaise and stuff like that in my fridge, which will be good for that because that's thick and I ain't worried about leaking out. But water, not so good. But that's it for this one. I know a lot of people are always on the search for griddle stuff. So there you go. Check this video out, see what you think. Hit up Temu. Check it out. This isn't a sponsored video either. I bought all this stuff with my own money. Give this a test, but I'm glad it pretty much all worked and I didn't throw a lot of money away. That's it for this video. Until next time, I'm out.